Good evening and welcome to Ram Stadium in South Field. This evening's ball game is between the Washington Panthers and our Havelock Rams. This evening's officials are referee Thurman Hardison, umpire Patrick Dostick Jr., linesman Tennessee Strahan, line judge Henry Rice, back judge Arnold Breckenridge.
Yeah, I got you, got me.
Stack them on top of that one, that'll slide in the floor, whichever is here.
I'll set this off, man. Hey, dry out.
Tampac have won the coin toss, will defer to the second half. They will kick off. Rams will receive to start the ball game. Keeper receive for the Rams, Kenyatta Frazier, along with Khalil Barrett. Benjamin McKeithen to kick off for the Tampac. Recovered by Kenny Horton. Rams will start this drive first and 10 from their own 49-yard line. City, Tony Sharp with the court. Austin O'Neal with the tackle. Catch made by Queens At Lockhart. Ball fumbled, recovered by the Pine Pack. Fumble recovery by DeClaris McCullough. Passing complete, 19 minutes to go. Wade Poe with the carry. Tackle made by Tyon Johnson. Two-yard gain. Third down, 8 yards to go. Along Satan with the carry. Tackle made by Chris McGee. And that brings up 4th down. Ball spotted down at the 41-yard line of the Rams.
It's in that rug. You ever did any photos to me?
Kenyatta Frazier on the jet sweep. Tackle made by Rontavian Floyd. Gain of 2, second down, 8 yards to go. Terrell Barrett, 58-yard touchdown pass from Corey Cooper to Terrell Barrett.
support and got blocked, taken out of the play. And
Hold 1 second, Coach. The officials have been talking, and they're wondering whether or not the running back stepped outside or stepped out of bounds at the 27-yard line. They're going to bring this back. Ball's at the 27-yard line. Washington catches a break. Cooper quickly gets to the line. They hand the ball off to Sharp. Sharp breaks one tackle running around right tackle, and he's spun down inside the 25-yard line near the 20. The original line of scrimmage was the 27. It's going to be a gain of 6 yards, bringing up 2nd down and 4.
You know, Josh, you can tell the field how wet the field is, and people were telling me prior to the game that the Havelock end was so wet, but it looks like to me that the Washington end, which Havelock's in right now, is soaking. It's just saturated.
Cooper in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. The inside receiver is just underneath center. That is Patrice Gatling. The inside handoff goes to Sharp, and he gets inside the 10-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for Havelock, an 11-yard run at least. We'll see where they spot it. But with 8.5 minutes left to go first quarter, it is scoreless between Washington and Havelock High School.
Yeah, you know, Washington is basing out of a 3-4 D front, and it looks like to me that they're in the middle that are okay. They're trapping their defensive tackle.
Let's look at the defensive line front for Washington High School. It is Walter Carter, Raycon Ross, and DK McCullough. Here's the snap to Cooper. Bobbled handoff to Sharp. He loses it. Fumble. Ball on the ground. 15-yard line. There's a scrum for it. Does Washington have it again? They do. Washington High School recovers the fumble. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Havelock Rams.
We said before the game, Josh, you and I were talking there, you know, in a rainy game, especially on the high school level, you never know about turnovers. And it's costly. It's been costly for Havelock, and Washington needs to benefit on these.
My goodness. Washington, onside kick, the opening kickoff, and Havelock recovered. 2 plays later, it is a fumble by Quinzel Lockhart, and then a touchdown was brought back because they said Khalil Barrett stepped out of bounds, and it leads to a red zone fumble. So at the 14-yard line, Washington will start, and they toss left to the running back, Poe. He breaks off 1 tackle, gets to the outside around the hash marks near the numbers. He is tumbled down to the ground around the 23, 24-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 5 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, that's a big game for Washington. That's the largest gain of the night so far, and I'd like to see the Pam Packers take this on down the field. Just burn some clock, Josh. Don't give the ball back to Havelock. Just burn some of that clock.
2nd down and 4.
2nd down, 4 yards to go
for Washington. Line of scrimmage actually is the 20. Single receiver right is Malik Bell. In the pistol, it's the quarterback, Holscher. He hands off to Poe, and he's going nowhere up the middle. Brought down by the big defensive line up front from Havelock. And it's going to set up a 3rd down and medium play on the far side of the field.
This is a tough call.
Brandon Boyd was in on the tackle for Havelock. Trip Barfield was going to be the quarterback for Washington High School 3 days ago. He left the program to focus on baseball. So instead, it's Frederick Holscher, who was the quarterback of the junior varsity team a year ago. He's in the pistol set. Single back in the backfield, it's Poe, toss right. He breaks off 1 tackle, but there's not much of a line there. And the 3rd down run is going to fall short of the 1st down. In on the tackle is Kendall Frazier, the 5'10", 190-pound senior. He had 98 tackles a year ago, and he makes the stop on 3rd down, no gain, and the punting unit's back out there for Washington.
You know what, Josh, just looking at young Holscher, Frederick, he does not look nervous one bit. He's very composed to be a junior in his first game.
He really doesn't look rattled, and you can really have that reaction when you're talking about starting a game that you didn't know you were going to start until a couple days before. It's the season opener, and the butterflies are there already, but you can't really try and simulate what those emotions are like for Frederick Holscher. No score, 5 minutes, 57 seconds left, first quarter. And before Ben McKeithen could get the snap, it is a penalty flag thrown on the field, and it's going to be a delay of game penalty on Washington.
You know, this is such a big portion of the game. Everybody forgets how important the special teams are, and they don't get an extra down.
The rain's continuing to come down, though.
Yep.
19-yard line is the line of scrimmage. The punt back from McKeithen, left-footed boot, and this one's not going very far. It bounces at the 32-yard line, rolls to about the 34. It's going to be another 15-yard punt, and Havelock's going to take over at the Washington 34-yard line. They had the change in punter. Alvin Paul took the first one. That was Ben McKeithen on the second boot. Rain continues to fall here at Sasser Field at Havelock High School. 3 receiver set on the left side of the field for Havelock as Corey Cooper leads the offense onto the field yet again for the black-shirted Havelock Rams. Black helmets, black pants, silver numbers. Here's the snap. Pump fake on the screen left. Rolling out to the right is Cooper. He's flush. He'll run. Gets to the 30. 25-20 before being shoved out of bounds on the far side of the field by a member of the pack. It looked like one of the secondary.
Looked like the free safety.
And at the Rams first down.
That's a weapon in itself, Josh. A quarterback with mobile like Cooper is.
On the tackle.
He can be a weapon itself.
Cooper Anderson made the stop on the far side of the field. It's a first down on the run by the quarterback, Cooper. And he is a good one. Threw for 17 touchdowns last year, 8 interceptions before injuring and touring his labrum, but he returned back, Coach, after only missing 3 games. Snap to the quarterback, fumbled snap, and down to the field goes Cooper, but coming in late and hitting him after the play. 2 pan-back members hit the quarterback after he was down, and penalty flags come flying. That's Uriah Lawrence. It's a young player, Coach, a sophomore who came in there and hit the quarterback, and it's going to cost the pan-pack 15.
I know, and they played so well. And, of course, like we said, you know, this is a third or fourth turnover from Havelock because of a wet field and a wet ball. And the pan-back needed that break. It really did.
Havelock has such an effective offense, but that's the 3rd time we've seen a fumble. Twice recovered by Washington on the first 2 possessions. That's how the first 2 Havelock trips have ended. And then Washington unable to get on the football there, and then the unsportsmanlike penalty on Lawrence. Puts Havelock at the 15-yard line. Fumbled snap again. And the running back Sharp standing next to Cooper in the gun falls on it.
You know, it's like we said earlier, Josh, you never know in a game like this what the weather will do. And what Coach Bryant's doing is he's running multiple formations, as you can tell, but he's running basically 4 or 5 plays and using all of his formations to try to keep Washington off balance a little bit.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 20-yard line of Washington High School. Havelock has it, attacking from right to left. The sun is out, but the rain is falling here on Saturday night. This game was postponed last night. Fumbled snap for the 3rd straight possession, but Cooper picks it up. He will run. Broken play, and Uriah Lawrence races down the quarterback and bear hugs him at the 20-yard line as he tried to attack left and set up blocks and improvise, but not much doing there. No gain. 3rd down and 10.
Big 3rd down. Pan-back needs to come up and make a good stand here.
It would be hard to imagine Jim Bob Bryant bringing out a field goal here, which would be a 37-yard kick. So we'll see what the play call is here on 3rd down and 10. Cooper in the gun, 3 receiver set, handoff is to Sharp. He runs right, and he's hit in the backfield for a loss.
That was a heck of a play, Josh.
Down to the backfield by
Mark Halbert, the one to get him in the backfield. The 5'7" senior makes the stop, bringing up 4th down and 13, and the Havelock offense will stay on the field.
Well, I guess Coach Bryant feels like he's really got nothing to lose at this point in the first quarter. Feels like his offense can get him down close with nothing else. Washington will have a long field ahead of them if they get the football.
You're listening to Pan-Pac Football on 94.1 WMBU and on 103.7 WTIB. 4th down and 13 from the 23-yard line. Here comes the blitz. Rushing out and being flushed out of the pocket. Right sideline is Cooper. He loses the ball trying to throw it. He's hit in the backfield. He's brought down. For the 3rd straight possession, the Washington defense stops Havelock, this time on downs. And the Pan-Pac will take over at their own 31-yard line.
Great field position, too, considering where they could have been. Let's just hope the Pan-Pac can mount a drive to keep it going and keep the Havelock offense off the field. How many fumbles has it been, Josh?
5 fumbles for Havelock, 2 recovered by Washington. They're having a real hard time keeping hold of the football. That last one doesn't really count as a fumble unless It depends if you call it a pass or a fumble. Since I guess the play went on, and it is a fumble, making it 6. First play for Washington on its third drive is a handoff to the left, and going nowhere is Hakeem Ruffin, his first carry as he went left.
Yeah, that was the old midline trap. It was a wing tee, but it was a base formation. I think Coach Sawyer's done a good job, a tremendous job of formation in his offense. And I think Holzer, I really do. I'm really impressed with Frederick Holzer.
Kendall Frazier made the stop. Good to see Hakeem Ruffin out there. He broke his leg against Tarboro last year, but he's back out there. Movement along the line, and it appears Havelock jumped, and it's going to get called for encroachment. No gain on the first run. It's 2nd down and 10 from the 33-yard line. Washington attacking from left to right. It is Christopher Mazik who ran across the line prematurely. He will come to the sideline after doing so. Bringing up 2nd down and 5. Washington with the white shirts, with the blue pants, silver helmets, snap the whole shirt, toss right. Here's Ruffin yet again. Make it Sway Poe. He breaks out of one tackle. He has room. Gets out of another tackle. 50, 40, 30, 25, 20. There goes Sway Poe to the house. Touchdown, Washington High School. The Pam picks up. There is a penalty flag down at the 40-yard line of Washington. Will it hold up? 62 yards. Sway Poe and a toss right, but we will see if it holds up. It's in the area of holding, and it looks like the 62-yard touchdown run from Sway Poe is going to be negated.
That is a tough break, Josh. You know that, and I feel for the kids from Washington. Boy, they really have. It looks like to me, and just from my standpoint up here, and these kids, the more snaps they get, the more reps they get, and they're going to be okay to be a young football team. I think Coach Sawyer deserves a lot of credit.
This is a state champion contender at the Class 3A level, and on the road with a young quarterback, one that has no experience. It is scoreless, and Washington is holding its own here at Sasser Field. Instead of the big gain, the ball was spotted incorrectly, so Washington broke the huddle, expecting to have just a 5-yard or a 2nd down and 5 play. Instead, the ball's brought back 8 yards to make it 2nd down and 13. Timeout on the field. We will take it with Havelock High School. Early on, no score, 2:22 left in the first quarter between Washington and Havelock. This is Saturday night high school football on WTIV.
This is Michael Overton with the Overton Group. The Overton Group is a full-service commercial real estate firm serving the needs of our clients from Raleigh to the coast. Our services include landlord and tenant representation, property management, as well as buyer and seller representation. So for your commercial real estate needs, give us a call at 252-355-7006 or check us out on the web at overtongroup.net. The Overton Group. Local strength, global reach.
I am Terry Williams with the Terry Williams Real Estate Team of Overton Residential Properties. If you have a home you need to sell or you are looking for a new home to buy for you and your family, contact me, Terry, or Trey Williams for your real estate needs. We are a professional team that still recognizes selling or buying a home is about you and your family and getting you where you need to be. Call us, Terry and Trey Williams, at 252-375-8620 or visit us at overtonresidential.com. We are serious about real estate the Williams way.
Welcome back to Havelock High School. Out of the 2nd down and 13 play, toss left from the quarterback Holscher to Jacquez Ruffin, and he is brought down to the field. Grass field here with little ability for this rain to tunnel its way out. So the water's just staying in certain pockets of the field. It's a loss of 4 yards on the hit in the backfield, bringing up 3rd down and 17. Washington attacking from left to right. No score with $1:40 left to go first quarter. Here's Frederick Holscher in the pistol. Will they allow him to throw? Not here. Handoff comes to Sway Poe, and he is tackled for a short gain. That'll bring up 4th down, and the punting unit will come out for Washington. But if you're just joining us, Havelock, its first 3 possessions, fumble, turnover on downs. And then for Washington High School, this current possession, A 62-yard touchdown run by Sway Poe negated by a holding call. So out comes Ben McKeithen, wears number 2 on his chest, stands back near the 12-yard line, takes a low snap, and here's the left-footed boot up in the air, and everyone's saying get away from it. Bounces at the 45-yard line of Washington, before it's quickly picked up by a gang of Pan-Pac. 51 and 1/10 second left to go in the first quarter here, and Washington has the football, attacking from right to left. The sun has come out. The rain has subsided, at least shortly. Only a little bit of drizzle at the moment.
You know, Havelock will not change anything they're doing, and Washington play, and they're basically, like I said earlier, out of the 3-4 front, defensive front. And I think what Coach Blank's trying to do is mix Havelock up with some stunts, inside stunts, which I think has been effective.
John Blank is the defensive coordinator for Washington High School. Corey Cooper takes the snap for Havelock. He has a clean pocket, going to throw deep down the left sideline, has Kenyatta Frazier, makes the catch at the 23-yard line, spinning his way towards the near boundary before Uriah Lawrence got there to make sure he got to the Rainy.
Yeah, Uriah slipped just a tad on that, and just enough for the receiver to get behind him.
44 and 2/10 seconds left to go. Clock stops until the ball is set. It is now, and looking towards the sideline to his head coach, Jim Bob Bryant, is Corey Cooper. The 5'11", 185-pound senior has 2 receivers left and 2 to the right. In motion comes Frazier. He pumps the fake to the near screen, now throws right, and it's an incomplete pass. Down goes penalty flags.
That's incomplete.
And it appears that it's going to be Uriah Lawrence or Michael Clark.
Yeah.
Being brought to the ground. He was the one who had a clear shot at the quarterback, but he was brought down to the ground by a Havelock Ram, and the holding call is going to move back the Rams.
Dave, Washington defense has been, well, along with Havelock turnovers, but Washington defense has been impressive, right?
They've been staunch and haven't given up an inch, and when they have, they've bent but not broke.
Well, you know, I really felt like that after that touchdown run that was called back, Pan-Pac. I think I looked at Washington, they had a different air about them. They felt more confident. They felt like they had a good shot at winning them. So let's just see what the defense can do.
It's just football now after the butterflies subside after the early part of the game. Here's an inside handoff to Sharp out of the gun. Breaks out of one tackle, gets to the 35, gets to the 30. He's close to the first down on 1st and 28. We'll see where they mark it, but he got a block from a receiver on the left sideline that allowed for Sharp to get extra yardage. And the senior running back who rushed for 24 touchdowns a year ago is down at about the 23-yard line. He got about halfway there, I should say, depending on where they spot it. So it's a 16-yard gain, leaving them 12 short with 7 left in the first quarter. Here is the fake handoff for Cooper. He runs right, gets to the far hash mark, is tackled on the play at the middle of that linebacking core. Austin O'Neill was there, and also Walter Carter. That's the end of the first quarter. No score between Washington and Havelock. A bit of a shocker early on here at Sasser Field. We'll be back for more play-by-play action in a moment on 94.1 WMBU, 103.7 WTIV.
Hi, this is Talbot Green with D&J Gateway Mortgage. We have some exciting news to share. We would like to welcome Wanda Hager to our staff at D&J Gateway Mortgage. With over 50 years of combined experience, Joanne Weir, Wanda Hager, and myself can assure you that we can handle the most important purchase that you can make, your home. The Pitt County real estate market is hot. One of the smartest decisions you as a buyer can make is to get pre-qualified for a home loan. We at D&J Gateway Mortgage offer competitive interest rates along with first-time home buyer options that allow for 100% of the purchase price. Your first step is to call us so we can analyze the best product to determine your price range before you start the home shopping process. So call Joanne Weir, Wanda Hager, or myself, Talbot Green, and let's get the best mortgage for you today. 565-4377. That's 565-4377.
D&J Gateway Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender.
One quarter in the books here at Sasser Field, the home of the Havelock Rams. No score between Havelock and Washington High School. It's the season opener, and you're listening to WTIB 103.7 and 94.1 WNBU. Havelock has the football, 3rd down and 8 after a 4-yard run by Tony Sharp. Left the Rams short of that yardage. Shotgun snap is to Cooper. He fakes a handoff to Gatling. Instead it goes to Sharp, who runs left. He has a clear run to the end zone. It's a touchdown, but we'll see once again penalty flags on the field. And it could bring back this touchdown. Penalties brought Havelock back 1st down and 28, and they have made it manageable here. It is a holding call. And once again, Coach, Havelock or Washington High School's called a break.
They have, and they've been very, very fortunate. What Coach Bryan looks like he's doing, he's running jet motion and running the fullback midline trap away from the jet motion. And Coach Blank's done a good job of stopping that, but that time I think he got a good trap block on the defensive tackle.
So the line of scrimmage now is the 15-yard line. Havelock has to get to the 11. Here's a sweep handoff to Gatling. He's close to it again, but another penalty flag flies onto the field as Cooper Anderson makes the stop on the near side. It's a sloppy start to this one, Coach, but I'll tell you what, if Washington plans to win, it needs to be this type of a game.
Yes, it does. It's it really has. It's been a typical first game, first quarter jitters. Who's going to come out of this and get over the jitters and start playing, championship football, even in the first week? And we have to understand as spectators that these are high school kids and they're going to make mistakes, even though, Washington has benefited on them so far, but so is Havelock, because Washington touchdowns got called back.
Ball spotted back 7 yards from the spot of the foul, so what was a 3rd down and 3 play is now 3rd down and 9. You have to factor in the high school rules here. 30 seconds gone in the second quarter. No score between Washington and Havelock. Havelock with Corey Cooper takes the snap. Looks left, pump fake, has a man in the end zone. Touchdown. Havelock Rams. And the man making the catch is Khalil Barrett. He beat Nazir Hardy and Rontavian Floyd on the far side. It was that pump fake by Cooper. And on 3rd down and 9 from the 21-yard line, it is a touchdown pass from Corey Cooper to Khalil Barrett. Barrett had a touchdown negated after an official said he had stepped down at the 27-yard line first quarter. It looks like Havelock might be going for 2 here. 6-0's the score on the touchdown pass. Havelock lines it up in the gun. 2 receivers right in the back of the backfield is Sharp. He gets the carry, but he is brought down to the field. No gain, and it's Michael Clark making the tackle. 6-0 Havelock over Washington High School. We're back in a minute on WTIB and WNBU.
I'll never forget my wedding brunch this Sunday after my husband and I got married almost 9 years ago. We had it at the old beef barn. That big red barn, which is a historical landmark for Pitt County, has been renovated to serve as the home of so many memories in the making. From weddings utilizing the entire facility to small, intimate affairs who want just to enjoy the bar area, 400 St. Andrews is the new, rustic, yet classic place to be, and for so many like me, it's a sentimental place to return. You have to visit 400 St. Andrews. You'll be amazed how you can now have your special occasion in a facility that has so much character and history. That same 9 years ago, we also founded Rep Express Catering right here in Pitt County. Our team is honored to unveil to you the expansion of our company. Seating up to 425, most events are perfect for the space. Service is unmatched with our heart and soul. Taste it in the new menu, feel it when you walk in the door. For your next event, remember, Rep Express Catering in 400 St. Andrews. Online at 400standrews.com or 353-7379.
21-yard touchdown pass from Corey Cooper to Khalil Barrett. Open scoring with 11 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in the first half. 6-0 Havelock to score. Kristen Husmana, the kickoff, coming from left to right. He boots into it, approaching from the left. As the rain continues to come down here at Havelock, it's fielded way back at the 25-yard line by Matt Black, who's quickly brought down on the right sideline. 7-yard gain on the kick return, and Washington will start back at the 31-yard line.
I think it's the hardest it's rained all afternoon, Josh.
Montrese Gatling made the stop. Yeah, you're right, Coach. Rain's coming down here at Havelock High School. It has all the way through. Yesterday's original start time was postponed to 7 o'clock today. Scoreboard's operating, but the play clock is not on either end. 2 receivers set for Washington. Holscher hasn't thrown a pass yet. It's a toss left. Swapo is swarmed in the backfield and will be brought down for a loss. He might have gotten to the line of scrimmage, but not too far after that. Destin Floyd made the stop. He is a good one as well. Destin Floyd last year had 116 tackles. He's been offered by Army. And a couple of these kids have been offered by military institutions, 2 of which, Quinzel Lockhart being one, has committed to the Naval Institution. Toss play to the right to Swapo, and it's another loss for Washington on the toss right. Brandon Boyd, the big 6'2", 220-pound defensive tackle, got him. 36 tackles last year, and he has another one today, bringing up 3rd down and long for Washington.
Well, it'd be an interesting play call by Coach Sawyer. There's rain coming down like it's coming, and also the wettest part of the field. And what we've seen so far, Josh, is just a simple toss play to the tight end side. And we need to see just a little bit more. I'm sure Havelock probably made adjustments.
Frederick Holscher hasn't completed a pass yet. 1 attempt. It was the first play of the game, or the first offensive play for Washington, intended for Drew Ferguson, the tight end. 3rd down and 15. The trap play to the fullback goes nowhere for Washington High School. Jacquez Ruffin got that carry, and he's brought down in the backfield by Welton Spotsville, the 5'11 safety. He's one of the 2 Havelock has been able to work in, coming in from a different school. They came from the Georgia area, Athens, Georgia. And now it's 4th down and long, 2-yard loss. And Ben McKeithen's out again for Havelock, or for Washington, I beg your pardon. Shards back to field it. Fake throw in the punt for McKeithen. He's hit in the backfield trying to attempt the punt. He gets it off. And going down at the 45-yard line right after he picked up the ball was Welton Spotsville. But penalty flags in the backfield, and it's going to be a roughing the kicker call. And Washington may have called another break. We'll see if it's going to be a 1st down based off what the distinction is on the exact call. We'll decide whether or not it's an automatic 1st down or if it's just going to be additional yardage and a repunt. Tyon Johnson was the one who roughed up Ben McKeithen. Now the officials are talking. It looks like it's just going to be the ball moved up a couple of yards. It should be an automatic 1st down, though, shouldn't it, Coach?
Well, yeah, it should be.
Now they got it. 1st down markers out. Washington's going to keep the football. Don't know what the confusion was for. The officials were looking at one another, and it's going to be a 1st down.
What I think happened, Josh, was McKeithen caught the football, moved it forward a little bit, and that kind of makes him a runner. It's what Coach Bryant was thinking, I'm sure.
He also pumped a pass, too, a pump fake. So Washington keeps the ball. Yet another break they keep. 6-0 Havelock. Havelock is the scorer. Handoff to Swapo. He loses the football. It's recovered by Havelock, and who has it? Dominic Madden does. Oh, man, Washington catches a break, but they give it right back. Left in handoff, and Madden hit Swapo. He lost the football, and then it was quickly recovered, Coach.
Yes, it was, and that's just another tough break for the Pan Pack. You just can't give good football teams breaks, even though Washington has been the receiving end of most of them so far. So let's just see what the Washington Pan Pack defense can do. I think they'll be fine.
The last possession for Havelock ended in a touchdown. 21-yard touchdown pass between Corey Cooper and Khalil Barrett. Cooper takes the 1st down snap from the 37-yard line of Washington. He's flushed out. He is pressured, throws the ball away smartly into a huge puddle just beyond the boundary.
Pass incomplete.
And Uriah Lawrence also provided a hit right at the end. He's had a good first half. He's been all over the field, Uriah Lawrence has. 8:53 left to go first half. It's 6-0 Havelock. Second down and 10 from the Washington 37-yard line. Corey Cooper calling shots. The center is Howie Baldry. He also gives line signals. Fake handoff, broken play, and it's going to be the quarterback running right and getting about 7 on second down and 10. Austin O'Neal made a good break on the football to apply the hit there. So now it's going to be third down and short, but it seemed like with that jet sweep they tried to run, there was a disconnect between the quarterback and the inside receiver. Two receivers to the left side of the field, short set to the right. The receiver's Quintel Lockhart. In the gun is Cooper right next to him, Sharp. Snap, fake handoff to Sharp. He's going to run it again. Cooper gets the first down and more. He's to the 20, to the 15, breaks the tackle, gets to the 10, to the 5, lunges to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Havelock.
He's a weapon. Like you said, he's a tough kid. Talking to Coach Bryant before the game, he makes a lot of things happen with his feet.
It's a touchdown, but then a late flag came out. It never left the pocket of the official. It's a late call on Washington, so the touchdown's going to count. The penalty flag came out of the pocket after the play ended, and the officials talked, and fans thought it was going to potentially be another break for Washington, but instead, it is a touchdown. 12-0 the score with 8:09 left to go second quarter, and the rain has halted for now. Havelock's going for 2 here. Two receivers to the left. The back is Sharp. Cooper hands to him, and right up the middle for the 2-point conversion. Cody Sharp is in. It's 14-0 Havelock. 8:09 left to go first half. Havelock scores on back-to-back possessions on WTIB and WNBU.
No matter where you live in Eastern Carolina, all roads lead to Lee Chevrolet Buick in Washington.
Lee Chevrolet Buick proudly supports the communities that we serve, and we're especially proud to support the WHS Pan Pac football team. Go Pack! Our commitment to provide you with the best value for your money is unmatched. Your satisfaction is our top priority. Come test drive an award-winning Chevrolet or Buick today.
And remember, all roads lead to Lee Chevrolet Buick, Highway 264 West in Washington.
Fall comes with a hefty to-do list. Conquering land, hauling supplies, you name it. John Deere's here to help. Right now during the Gear Up for Fall event, save $300 on a Gator XUV 5901 and $500 on a Gator XUV 8251. It's time to get out there and go Gator. Offer ends October 28th. Some conditions apply. Visit one of East Coast Equipment's 13 locations in Eastern North Carolina and Virginia, or online at eastcoastequip.com or myjohndeeredealer.com. East Coast Equipment. We make caring for your land easy.
8:09 left to go in the first half. Havelock's up 14-0 with the latest touchdown, a 30-yard run from the quarterback, Corey Cooper. And the boots coming in, but before that, whistles on the kickoff before Washington's able to field it and run it back. And it appears someone started early.
Penalty flag on the play.
A lot of penalties, Josh.
Offside game. The Rams.
It almost seems like this is an early season game.
Yeah.
The reason why both end zones do not have the play clocks working is because of last night when the lightning storm took place. There was a pole just west of the end zone struck that apparently disabled one of the play clocks, and if you're going to have one end zone's play clock disabled, you have to have both. So the umpire for the entire duration of this game will be counting off the play clock to the quarterback. Ball's moved back 5 yards, and they'll kick it again, this time from the 35. The boot comes in, and it's a good kick back at his own 15-yard line. Stands Uriah Aaron running to the right, and he doesn't have any blockers, and he is snowed under at the 25-yard line. A gain of 10 yards on the return. That's where Washington will start here. A quick word and a thanks to our sponsors. G.W. Walker and Sons in downtown Washington, East Coast Equipment, Palos Hospital Pharmacy, Lee Chevrolet, Vinet, Beaufort Hospital, Nationwide Agent Dave Alton. Plenty others as well, which we'll get to later on in the game. Washington attacks from right to left. 2 receivers in the formation. 8:04 left to go, and it's an immediate handoff on a jet sweep, and hit in the backfield quickly was Dawson Elks running left. Or excuse me, that was Jaquez Ruffin coming around the end in motion. He's hit for a loss.
You know, sometimes it's best to run right at athletes. So you try to run away from them, and they'll catch you. And you got. So I think sometimes it's just run right at them. And Coach Sawyer doing everything that he can possibly do to.
The Havelock defensive back that made the tackle was Anthony Harris. 2nd down and 11 after a loss of 1. Clock moving at 7:24 and down, but a timeout first. Called by Washington High School. We'll take it with them. We're back for more Pam Pack football in a minute across the Inner Banks Media Network.
Camry SEs $199 a month. Corolla LEs $159 a month. Only during Greenville Toyota's model year-end savings event. The new 2017 models are here, and that means every 2016 model's gotta go. We're marking down 2016 Camry SEs to just $199 a month. Even 2016 Corolla LEs only $159 a month. Plus, Greenville Toyota gives you more for your trade, up to 125% of book value. And every new Toyota comes with the Greenville Toyota Advantage. Enjoy free car washes for life, loaner vehicles, courtesy shuttles, and more. You don't want to miss model year-end savings like these. Now's the time to save big on new 2016 Toyotas. Camrys, $199 a month. Corollas, $159 a month during the model year-end savings event at Greenville Toyota on South Memorial Drive across from Lowe's, or greenvilletoyota.com, where our volume saves you money.
36-month leases, Camry $25.98, Corolla $25.58. New signing includes tax, title, registration, and includes $5.98 UNV, 0 security deposit with credit based on parents' rate minus condition. Mileage expires 7 months ahead.
2nd down and 11. The quarterback, Holscher, hands off up the middle, where the running back's quickly brought down by 3 or 4 black shirts in the area. Not much room for Jaquez Ruffin to run between or make it Hakeem Ruffin. Brandon Boyd was leading the charge. He's had a big day at defensive tackle for Havelock. Bringing up 3rd down and 11 for the Pam Pack. 14-0. Havelock leads it with 6:58, 6:57, and the clock moving. Left to go 2nd quarter. 1 receiver is set out wide to the right. That's Malik Bell. In the slot stands Hakeem Ruffin in the backfield. 2 more backs for the quarterback, Frederick Holscher. Holscher will toss it right to Sway Poe. Poe trying to get around the edge. Locks it up from Ferguson, and he will dive forward to get back to the original line of scrimmage and gain about 2 yards. Destin Floyd, the big nose guard, made the stop. He led Havelock with 116 tackles a year ago, with 23 of those being for loss. It is 4th down and 9, and the punting unit's coming out for Washington.
Special teams has been big, and Washington needs to get a good punt off.
Ben McKeithen has struggled in that department here in the first half. Let's see if he can get a good one off here. 2 Rams are back. Here is the punt, nearly blocked by Johnson, who had the roughing the punter call that prolonged this drive. This one is a good punt, though. It takes a bounce at midfield and rolls its way to the 44-yard line. That is a punt of 27 yards for the senior McKeithen.
Just like we said earlier, Josh, you know, the ball's wet, it's heavy, and it's hard for these guys to get good foot movement on the punt, as well as kicking a heavy ball.
Our thanks to Beaufort Community College, Rod Cantrell and of Edward Jones Investment Group, Williams Auto Body, The Rich Company, Pizza Inn, David's Trash Service, and Potash Corp. Aurora. From left to right, attacks Havelock High School. 14-0 lead for the Rams at the 45-yard line. It's 1st down and 10. Jet screen over to the right side of the field, caught by Quinzel Lockhart, and the Navy commit is brought down for a gain of 1 yard. In on the plays, Mark Halbert, the 5'7", 185-pound senior.
That was a split screen again that they scored on earlier, and Jim Bob came back and ran that back, and a great play by Washington's defensive back.
I think there's a lot of positive Washington could take out of this first half going out of the locker room. The way this team has competed. Sports Sawyer talked about it in our pregame. He wants to see what the demeanor of this team is in a tough environment. Jet screen, we're making a sweep to the left side of the field, and dancing through tackles is Kenyatta Frazier. He's an elusive one, plays safety on defense, and he ran from the right side and motioned to the left, took the snap after the quarterback Cooper handed it to him, and it's going to be a gain of about 2 yards, setting up 3rd down and 7. Cooper Anderson made the stop for Washington.
3rd down, 5 yards to go.
Havelock looking to add to its lead. 14-0 score, first half. Washington with its 3-4 defensive look, coordinated by John Blank, comes out to respond to this spread look for Havelock. Clean pocket for Cooper. He's going to throw right near the sticks. It's caught, and it should be good enough for a first down, as a small little button hook to Christian Capps gave Havelock just enough yardage. They needed 7. They got 8. It's a well-ran route, coach, because he got to the sticks.
You see what I saw, Josh?
What's
it
that?
looked like it could have possibly been a flea flicker because the back and the inside receiver, the number 2 receiver, turned inside, and the back was wheeling around beside him.
Great play design by this Havelock offense, which is coordinated by the head coach of the Rams, Jim Bob Bryant. And a high snap comes in from Howie Baldry, and Tony Sharp has to fall on it. It's going to be a big loss for Havelock of about 10 yards. My goodness, wet ball. Havelock has had 3 turnovers in the game, 2 fumbles, and a turnover on downs. Inside 4 minutes left to go in the first half. The lead is only 14 points for the Rams, who have scored on their last 2 drives. First, it was a 22-yard touchdown pass to Khalil Barrett on 3rd down and 9, and then a 30-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Corey Cooper. Here's a handoff up the middle to Sharp on 2nd down and 19. And he dodges 1 tackle and dives forward to about the original line of scrimmage. 8-yard gain makes it 3rd down and 11 from the 45-yard line.
3rd down, 12 yards to go.
That was the same play, Josh, that he scored on, but he ran it to the right, the inside trap.
Walter Carter brought down the big back. Clock moving at 3 minutes and 4 seconds. 14-0 Havelock. Snap to the quarterback, Corey Cooper. He is pressured in the backfield. He is brought down. It's Austin O'Neal. He had 3 sacks a year ago. He has his first of the 2016 season, and it comes on 3rd down, coach. Big time for the senior to make a play.
Good play. Great football play.
He came across that left end and got the quarterback for a loss of 4 yards, bringing up 4th down and 16. Havelock will snap it from the 49-yard line. Jeffrey Harris will punt it back to Matt Black of Washington. He stands at about the 15-yard line. First punt for Havelock today. Low snap. Gets it off. Low spiraling kick. Matt Black might want to field this one, but instead he looks away from it. It's going to roll inside the 10 and near the 5-yard line. That's a fantastic punt, one that was just sent right up the middle of the field by Jeffrey Harris, who's in his first year punting for Havelock. It rolled at about 10 to 12 yards to get to the 4-yard line, and this is where Washington's going to start. There's 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to coach. How do you run it here, coach? Do you try and play conservative, go down 14-0 into the locker room, or do you try to put something together?
You definitely try to go in 14-0 against a defense that's played your running game, your toss sweeps inside game, your formations. They've adjusted to it well. Yes, you want to try to take it in. Too far to go.
Let's see if Frederick Holscher can do it. Havelock does have 2 timeouts, as does Washington. 2 backs in the backfield, and the pistol is Holscher. Holscher takes a snap, turns left, passes to Poe. Poe gonna run forward, but not going to get much. Havelock defenders are just diving low and high and swarming to the football. First there is Destin Floyd, that nose guard who we've called on a lot today. Timeout called by Havelock. And this is exactly what we expected from Jim Bob Bryant, where you call timeouts here with the expectation that you are going to get the football back. We're going to take another break here, though. 14-0 Havelock. We're back in a minute across the Interbanks Radio Network.
Hello, this is Tim Essenbach with Rucker John's Restaurant in Greenville. We would like to welcome back all the students and teachers, and we're so excited about ECU football. Come experience tailgating at Rucker John's. It's like tailgating, but inside. Relax before the game or stay and watch your favorite games in a cozy, fun atmosphere without the sports bar crowd. Also, call ahead for platters for your tailgating.
Rucker John's is your place in Greenville for fresh, delicious food made in-house daily. Go to ruckerjohns.com to learn more. Go Pirates! Your friends and neighbors at Talos Hospital Pharmacy in Washington take their responsibility to you, our customers, very seriously. We also have a responsibility to the communities we serve, including support of the Washington Pan-Pac football team. The team of professionals at Talos Hospital Pharmacy provides you with the best care for your family every day. Come see the area's largest staff of local pharmacists and technicians. Neighbors serving neighbors since 1889. Talos Hospital Pharmacy on the corner of Brown and 12th Streets, near the hospital in Washington.
14-0 Havelock after the timeout. It's 2nd down and 10. Here's a pass from Frederick Holscher, right side for Drew Ferguson. It's over his head. Colliding with them on the play, Anthony Harris in coverage.
And that stops the clock, too.
That's the tough part about it. Havelock does have one timeout left. 14-0, 1:54 left to go in the first half.
Be sure to buy your
and it is 3rd down and 10.
And the Pan-Pac will have to punt out of their end zone if they don't get a first down. Correct, Josh?
That's right. The first play was a carry to Sway Poe, who didn't get any yardage. He stands in the backfield now, next to Frederick Holscher, who's in the pistol. Also back there is Hakeem Ruffin. Here's the toss to Poe. Poe trying to dodge out of one tackle. He does, but gets forward, and he's met by 2 or 3 black shirts who bring him down with 1:47 left to go in the first half. Timeout pulled by Havelock High School. No gain on the play. So the ball is set at the 4-yard line after Destin Floyd made the stop. Kendall Frazier also in the area. And now Ben McKeithen is going to have to punt it out of his own end zone. He's been active today.
Yes, yeah.
He struggled early on, but his last punt was of 27 yards. Hopefully he can get a good foot on this one as well, but you also have to keep in mind, Coach, what happens if there's pressure around the end. How about we take a quick timeout, one last one here on WMBU and also WTIB first half.
Looking for great prices on gas and snacks and a friendly smile? Well, you'll see your neighbors at both Country Mart locations in Pitt County. And if you need ethanol-free premium gas for your small engines, Country Mart has that too. And check out Smitty's Restaurant at the Bethel store for everyday lunch specials and breakfast, including their famous cheese biscuits. The Stokes location is serving up great food every day too. Now home of Gulf Products. Country Mart, Highway 11 between Greenville and Bethel, and Highway 903 in Stokes.
This special broadcast of Pan-Pac football is brought to you in part by Rod Cantrell, your Edward Jones financial services provider serving Washington and surrounding areas. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college for children or grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care for the most, Edward Jones can help you achieve your goals. Stop by and see Rod today in beautiful downtown Washington or online at edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Ben McKeithen just punted it back. Jeffrey Harris returned it about 30 yards around right in, but right in front of us, Kendall Frazier knocked a member of the Pan-Pac to the field illegally, and it's going to bring Havelock High School back. 14-0 is the score, 1:33 left to go in the half, Coach.
It's a good punt by Ben, especially being under pressure, not having much room to work with. And another good break for the Pan-Pac.
First time we're hearing the Havelock band tonight. Rain was coming down pretty hard throughout most of the first half, but the skies have cleared up, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful night across eastern North Carolina. But I'd argue, Coach, any night's beautiful when we're talking about football.
And you're talking about high school football, Josh, you're exactly right.
Harold Robinson, Josh Graham with you. from Sasser Field at Havelock High School. 14-0 Rams. With 1 minute and 33 seconds left until halftime, Cooper Anderson takes a belt high snap. Throws to the right sideline, and Frazier has it go right through his hands. That's Kenyatta Frazier. And in coverage on the play was Nasir Hardy. Incomplete pass sets up 2nd down and 10 from the Washington 40-yard line. Avery Jones, Will Spottsville, Howie Baldry, Gabriel Gaynor, and Patrick Pasquale, the 5 offensive linemen across the front for Havelock. Khalil Barrett is on the left at the X-wide receiver spot in this formation. Quinzel Lockhart's in the slot. And the shotgun snap is to the quarterback, Cooper. Cooper is flushed out of the pocket. Throws right sideline, and this one is nearly picked off. A miscommunication on the route ran by Lockhart. And breaking on it was Hardy as the throw came in as the receiver ran and out. And Hardy nearly got the pick.
What a break that would have been. That would have been a big, big break right before the half.
Instead, it's 3rd down and 10 for Havelock. 1:22 left to go in the first half. That slot receiver just cycles in. We've seen a lot of Kenyatta Frazier, Montrese Gatling, who's a tremendous cornerback, and Christian Capps on the outside. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, standing next to Cooper. In the shotgun formation, Sharp takes the handoff, runs left, gets around a Pasquale block. He gets around another one to the left sideline. He's near the first down marker, and I think he's got 11 when he needed 10. 3rd down and 10 run, and it's Tony Sharp motoring ahead before Rontavion Floyd could make the tackle. With $1:11 left to go in the first half, when the ball is set, the clock will start, but yet to move the sticks, the chain crew going a little bit slow. They wanted to confirm that it was a first down based on the placement of the ball. It's now placed. The clock is moving. Directing the shots is Corey Cooper, the quarterback. And now we're at 1 minute left to go in the first half. 3 receivers right, the snap to Cooper. Cooper, plenty of time, fires it deep down the right sideline. 2 receivers in the area, 2 DBs as well. The pass falls incomplete as Cooper Anderson got his forearm on it to deflect it to the grass.
A lot of people don't understand that rule, Josh, where they think it's just an offensive player's right. A defensive player has a right to the football also. And but it's easy to understand. I mean, you've got to be in a football background to understand that.
55 and 5/10 seconds left to go in the first half. Havelock's up 14-0. And a timeout is called by Washington High School. Tampac has 1 more left. Havelock has none remaining. We'll keep it right here. Get you an update on the statistics and more at halftime. But in this situation, Coach, right now it's 2nd down and 10. If you're Havelock with no timeouts, how are you running it?
Well, I'm going to see what I can get on 2nd down. And from there, Coach Bryant's going to go for it. He's going to try to put something on the board before the half. And right now, Washington is rushing 3 and dropping 7 to 8 to coverage. Last time, they rushed 4. So, they're dropping 7 in coverage. And, so it seems like to me that Washington is definitely playing the pass, and rightfully so. So now see what Coach Bryant calls. He could call that little trap again that he's had so much success with.
The first 3 possessions for Havelock High School today ended in turnovers. First 2 fumbles, and then a turnover on downs. Havelock has scored on 2 of its last 3 possessions, the most recent possession ending in a punt. Corey Cooper involved in both of the touchdowns, a 22-yarder to Khalil Barrett on a throw, and then a 30-yard run. The senior is under center, now retreats to the gun, hands off to the running back Sharp. Sharp breaks out of 1 tackle, running right now towards the middle of the field. He is in between tackles and finally brought down at the 26-yard line. Clock's moving inside of 40 seconds left to go until halftime. Kyle Gallagher in our studios will provide us updates of what's going on across Eastern North Carolina. Clock inside of 30, the snap taken to Cooper. Cooper running right, needs to get the throw off, throws it towards the end zone. Pass is deflected away by Cooper Anderson once again. The pass intended for Kenyatta Frazier. Mark Albert was the one who applied pressure to the quarterback, rolling right. All around, Washington has seemed sound defensively today, Coach.
They do. Our secondary played well against some tremendous receivers. The secondary really played well, and I've been really impressed with the secondary as well as the three-down linemen. They put up a great rush against a big offensive line. Havelock.
Line of scrimmage is the 20-yard line of Washington. 21 and 2/10 seconds left to go in the half. Havelock has no timeouts. Washington has one remaining. 4-receiver formation, handoff to Sharp. Sharp slips, ball loose, and Washington has fallen on the football, but was the running back down first? One official's pointing in Washington's direction. The other says that Sharp was down, and the clock should be moving. It wasn't a first down. It's moving with 10 seconds left to go. They're rushing to the line. This could be the last play of the half. Cooper takes the snap. He's looking. He needs to go to the end zone. He's going to try and run. He fumbles the football. Washington picks it up, and it's going to be a turnover to end the half. Washington's defense holds, and it's only a 14-0 deficit at the break, and that's a surprise here. Washington's defense has held up, making plays on the defensive side. Cooper was flushed out of the pocket, brought down, and fumbled the football. The 4th turnover for the Havelock offense closes this first half. And how about that, Coach? This Washington defense making a play to keep it at 14-0.
I'm going to tell you that you got to be impressed with Washington's defense. You know, I met with Coach Blank last Sunday, and he had a good game plan coming in. And, you know, he really has done well. The only play that's really hurt them is that little inside trap. And other than that, secondary is really playing well.
On the tee at the 40-yard line, he will boot it down to Uriah Aaron of Washington High School, approaching from the left side with the black shirts and pants. The Havelock Rams and Jeffrey Harris will boot it off. Or actually, it's a different kicker this time. You have Selman Beligati kicking it off this time for Havelock. So a change there from Jim Bob Bryant. And Beligati puts the toe on the ball, and it's over the head of Uriah Aaron. Will roll it to the end zone. And it'll be a touchback.
Washington just can't get good field position, can they, Josh?
Doesn't seem so. Washington attacks from right to left. White shirts on, blue numerals with the silver trim, blue pants, and the silver pan-pack helmets. Leading the offense onto the field is Frederick Hulsher. The most important number for Washington right now is 1. That's just 1 turnover in the first half. It was a fumble by Swaypo, but Havelock has turned it over 4 times. 3 fumbles and a turnover on downs. A receiver to both sides of Hulsher. The back of the backfield is Poe. Single step dropped and then a throw left over the head of Matt Black, the receiver. In coverage is Dominic Madden from Havelock. 2nd down and 10 from the Washington 20.
And what you saw there, Josh, the double tights. You know, Coach Sawyer's made an adjustment at halftime. He had double tights with 2 wide out, 1 on either side, and one back, which is basically called 12 personnel. And trying to do a little something different.
Single back in the next to Hulsher. The quarterback is Swaypo. Ferguson, the tight end, moving in motion to the right side of the line to the left. Toss play goes to Poe. He is a hole, but it's quickly closed up by Solomon Beligati, the 5'11", 200-pound junior. Swallowed up Poe for a short gain. Will they give him a yard? I doubt they will. 3rd down and 10 coming up for Washington.
That was a drop motion. Now you had 2 tight ends again, but you drop the tight end, and he comes across in motion to give you an extra block.
3-4 look with that outside linebacker standing up at the end. And he's a big one. That's Dominique Mazik, or Christopher Mazik, excuse me. Play fake, rolling right to quarterback. Mazik is bearing on him and nearly throwing it into the hands of the opposition was Hulsher. Montrese Gatling, the one in coverage. He's going to be attending Navy. He's a commit there for Ken Niamatalolo's team. And he's one of the 2 players on this roster that will be playing for Ken Niamatalolo and Navy when that time comes. Quinzel Lockhart's the other.
I'll tell you what, the Naval Academy will give you shudders going up there. You're an East Carolina fan. We've never had a lot of luck at the Naval Academy.
Now they're conference foes. 4th down and 10. Ball still at the 20-yard line. Ben McKeithen comes out for Washington. Gets the thumbs up from Austin O'Neill, who's blocking in front of him. High snap takes it, and the kick is blocked by Tyon Johnson. And it's going to roll its way still to the 40-yard line forward. A punt of 20 yards, but getting his fingertips on it is Tyon Johnson, the 6'2", 205-pound linebacker who got charged with roughing the punter in the first half. He almost blocked another one, and he did get a piece of that one.
He did. He sure did. He's going to be a great football player. He really is.
4 receivers set for Havelock to get things started. Corey Cooper has had a hand in both the Havelock touchdowns. 14-0 with 11:10 left to go third quarter. Here comes that screen pass to the right. Lockhart has it at the 38. Jets across the 40 to the 45. And down to the 35-yard line, down to the 30, where he's pushed out by Nazir Hardy, the corner from Washington.
Motion by the number 2 receiver across the formation and the tunnel screen away from motion. Josh.
It really opened up that tunnel for him to run down that right sideline, and that guy in motion you were talking about is Christian Capps. Plays on the outside, plays on the inside. Jim Bob Bryant really moves around these receivers, and in motion again comes Montrese Gatling. He ran from right to left, but the handoff goes to Sharp up the middle, and it's a big hole on 1st down and 10 for the 25 of Washington, and down at the 18 is Sharp for a gain of 7 yards.
It's the same trap play we saw in the first half. Looks like Coach Bryant really made a lot of adjustments offensively.
Josh Graham, Harold Robinson with you from Havelock High School. 2nd down, and we'll call it 4 with the spot at the 19, not the 18. 4 receiver set. Kicking his leg is Cooper. Takes the snap, running left, trying to get around the edge. Looking to catch him is the quarterback, O'Neill, but down on the field goes the football, but Cooper picks it back up and gets a couple more. Funny how that happens, where it seemed like that was a design quarterback run down the left side, even though he didn't get much support when it came blocking. It's going to be a big gain and a 1st down inside the 5-yard line after the fortuitous bounce came right back to the quarterback, Cooper.
It was the read option, Josh, and he ran that twice in the first half, but didn't run it but 2 times. So that was the first time he ran it.
Mark Halbert was the one that nearly got him. 3 receivers in the formation now, a tight end, and for a rare occurrence, inside handoff goes to Sharp. He's in. Touchdown right up the middle.
Good line trap.
Right out of the shotgun formation, and I'll tell you what, you could drive a truck through those holes. It's a big testament to what Havelock has across its offensive line, and Tony Sharp is the beneficiary of it. Touchdown for him, his first of the season. He had 24 a year ago. And with 9:53 left to go in the third quarter, it's 20-0. And Havelock's going for 2. Cooper takes a snap on the conversion try. Hands off the Sharp. Up the middle, untouched for 2. 22-0 Havelock over Washington High School. We're back for more play-by-play action in a minute on 103.7 WTIB, 94.1 WNBU.
David's Trash Service is doing it better for customers in eastern North Carolina. You may have seen one of our trucks on the road in Pitt, Beaufort, Washington, or Hyde County. We service residential and commercial customers, and we're focused on doing it better. If you're looking for someone to supply containers and haul off trash at your home or business, call on David's Trash Service. We supply trash containers of all sizes, from small home bins to large construction site roll-offs. We will make it as easy on you as possible. You can simply call us to sign up, or we'll come to you. And you can even pay online with a credit card if you please. You won't believe how affordable it is for the service you'll receive. So if you need trash service at your home or business, give us a call today. David's Trash Service, 252-923-2742. That's 252-923-2742. Doing it better for Pitt, Beaufort, Washington, and Hyde counties. That's David's Trash Service. Doing it better.
Solomon Belligati puts the ball on the tee, but it quickly falls off. As we welcome you back to Havelock High School, Solomon Belligati, the kicker, following another Havelock touchdown. It's 22-0. As this one's a short kick left side. An up man nearly caught it for Washington, but it's over his head and out of bounds near the 25-yard line. Penalty flag comes flying in. And, Coach, you ask and you shall receive. Washington gets good field position.
Take the ball.
We'll see where they mark it. Should be at the 35-yard line when the play begins. And that's where it's spotted. Washington High School down 22-0. Didn't gain a yard on its first drive of this third quarter. Matt Black checks out of the formation, the receiver for Washington. He's replaced out there by another back. That's Hakeem Ruffin. So plenty of backs in this formation, 3 of them. And on the right side of the field is the receiver Malik Bell. Frederick Holscher still the quarterback. He takes the snap, hands the sway Poe. Poe spins off right tackle and dives forward for a gain of 1, maybe 2. Clock moving inside 9 3/4 minutes. It's 22-0 Havelock on in the third quarter.
You know, I admire Coach for the play call. I mean, you got to run at them to keep them honest. When you're playing great athletes like it seems like Havelock has, and everybody said that they have, and they do, you can't run away from them. They'll catch you.
Kendall Frazier and Jeffrey Harris in on the stop for Havelock. 2 backs in the formation yet again with the splits backs backfield. Frederick Holscher, takes the snap. He throws right sideline. Has a man out there. 2 men break on the ball. Gatling nearly had the pick. Did he come down with it? He did not. It should be an incomplete pass. It is.
Broken up by Montrese Gatling.
You never know, though. There's 2 officials over there, and they're signaling different things.
Yep.
Malik Bell went up with Montrese Gatling, who is the star corner for this Havelock team. And Gatling covered him very well on the play.
I think what he's looking for, it looks like Havelock playing a zone coverage in the secondary, which is kind of like an umbrella. He's looking for man coverage on his widest receiver. If he can lock him in on man coverage, I think he's okay with that.
9:10 left to go, third quarter. 3rd down and 7. Toss play left and going nowhere at the near hash mark is Hakeem Ruffin. Or actually, that's Sway Poe yet again. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play, setting up 3rd down or 4th down and 10. Christopher Masik made the tackle. Yet again, calling his name on that defensive line. They have some standout players across the front. Brandon Boyd, Destin Floyd, and also Christopher Masik. Ben McKeithen back out again. He's been active punting the football. 8 minutes and 30 seconds and the clock moving left to go in the third quarter. Low snap, it's bounced to him. He needs to get it off. He does with the left-footed boot. Takes 2 bounces before Welton Spotsville. He decided against picking it up, so it will roll even further inside the 30-yard line and down at the 29. So a good punt from Ben McKeithen, which covers 35 yards.
That was a great effort by Ben just to get that one off.
It was a low snap that bounced to him. And here comes that Havelock offense again after scoring on its last drive. 45-yard drive, capped with the touchdown run from Tony Sharp. Sharp only has 54 yards today, including that touchdown run. That's significant considering his effort a year ago. 183 yards and 3 touchdowns for Havelock High School. That was a 50-13 win for Havelock to open the season last year. 7 straight wins for Havelock in the head-to-head series. Washington won twice in 2008. Inside handoff goes to Tony Sharp. Washington had him in the backfield. He escapes once. He escapes again. Positive yardage across the 35-yard line. And finally spun down at the 39 is Tony Sharp. He's close to a first down, and he created something out of nothing on that play, Coach.
He did, Josh. He's a big kid. He's a strong kid, and it's inside. It's just a trap, inside trap, and Washington just missed some tackles and had him full off.
They're going to say he's just short of the first down at the 39, but only by just a couple of feet. Tony Sharp, 5'8", but he's 190 pounds and stocky. That might even be not giving him enough credit. Kenyatta Frazier moves in motion from the left side to the right. Here's the handoff to Sharp. Big hole up the middle. He's across the 45. He's across the 50. Plenty of running room. He gets a block across midfield to the 40-yard line. And inside the 35 finally brought down again is Tony Sharp by Cameron Allen on the near side. Tony Sharp comes out of the game after the big run, but he's earned a breather after rushing for a first down there and plenty more to the Washington 31.
He's going to be a good football player over the course of the year.
Logan Little was also in on the play. 30-yard run there for Tony Sharp after a 9-yard run. Here's the inside handoff. This time it's to Cameron Hutchinson, and once again, there's still a hole there, but a big collision at the 25-yard line. Kendall Frazier was in there. I think he was the one that delivered that pop that left some people saying, ooh. And out comes Cameron Hutchinson, replaced by Tony Sharp, who takes a play off after rushing for 39 yards on 2 plays.
It's like Washington's nose guard, the big kid. Is he new, Josh?
You're talking about Raekwon Ross at the middle of that defensive line. He's a big one.
The big one.
And also DQ McCullough, 5'10", 280 pounds, I think is the one you're talking about. Inside Gibb comes to Tony Sharp, right side. He gets to the hash marks before diving forward to the 20-yard line. Gain of 4 yards, bringing up 2nd down and 6.
And that's the Rams' first down.
Or that was 2nd down and 4, excuse me, so it's a 1st down and 10 play forthcoming.
That time he ran right by the inside stunt. And sometimes stunts can help you. Sometimes you run by the stunt. That's exactly what he did.
6 minutes, 15 seconds left to go third quarter. 22-0, Havelock's up on Washington High School. 1st down and 10 play. 2 receivers left, back in the backfield. Sharp, handoff goes to him, and he spins forward, but may have lost the ball again. He did! Washington football. 5th turnover for Havelock, and Washington punched it out on the inside handoff, and Uriah Lawrence fell on it. Washington takes over in its own 12-yard line after Havelock's 5th turnover of the game.
And, it's not that Havelock's turning it over as much as Washington causing some of these turnovers, Josh. I've been really, really impressed. That time it was a 3-man front, and he was bringing one linebacker, and the linebacker hit it right where he was supposed to be, right in A gap.
I'll tell you what, you have a chance to win a lot of football games if the defense plays this way. 14-0, 5:59 left to go, third quarter. Washington's down, but trying to get something together. Swapo gets the jet sweep handoff across the right side, and it'll be a short gain. Another example of Washington running vertical, but not very horizontal. You got to run forward instead of to the side. Kendall Frazier has great closing speed, and he brought him down for a loss of 2.
Yeah, you've got to mix stuff inside and out.
Ball.
You got to run at these athletes. They're athletes. You got to run at them, I think, some, and then you got to. Coach Sawyer's doing a good job as play calling so far. I'm really been pleased with it.
2nd down and 13 from the 9-yard line. Split backfield. And the handoff again this time goes to Jaquez Ruffin. He is brought down in the backfield by Solomon Belagati. When you have a young quarterback who hasn't proven himself throwing, it gives the defense an ability to cheat in some ways where you can expect to run and force the quarterback to throw. The inside linebacker came in unblocked and brought down the junior back for a loss of 2 more yards. Make it 3. It's 3rd down and 16 at the 6. Receiver to the right, Matt Black. We'll see if Washington throws it here or just tries to get a couple more yards before punting it away. 4:40 left to go. The handoff comes up the middle. Washington has little running room there, and Swapo maybe got 1 or 2 before Tyon Johnson brought him down.
That was the concern of Coach Sawyer after last week's scrimmage was his running game, and he's got to get the running game going. And of course, I don't think it's really fair to evaluate right now his offensive line play because they really are playing against pretty good athletes, and that doesn't mean they're not supposed to win up front, but still, I think they're doing a credible job.
This is a new offensive line, replacing 5 starters. Across the fronts, Logan Nichols, Ethan Cooper, Mason Vick, Jackson Allen, and Logan Kraft. None of them started games last year. Here's the punt from McKeithen. He gets it off despite pressure. Jeffrey Harris fields it at the 43-yard line, backs pedals a step, but Washington with great coverage on the far side of the field. And Jeffrey Harris is brought down for a loss of 2 on the return.
Washington has not quit. That's a good sign. Ben did a great job of putting that one away, too.
Also, you have some other injuries to talk about where the left tackle, Gunnar Hart, got hurt during the offseason. He will not be in the first couple of games for Washington. Also, Charwan Staten, who is one of the premier skill position players for Sports Sawyer, not available as well due to an off-season injury. Havelock moving from left to right, 3:43 left to go in the third quarter. Snap, handoff, goes up the middle, and it is Sharp getting next to nothing.
I think Havelock's just decided, they're just going to run the football.
Raycron Ross makes the stop.
Tackle made by Mark Albert.
2-yard gain, bringing up 2nd down and 8. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left to go, third quarter. Receiving the signal from the sideline, Corey Cooper, quarterback who tore his labrum down the stretch of last season, but returned after only missing 3 games. But Havelock, with an uncharacteristic second-round playoff exit, looks to make right this season. Handoff up the middle, it's Sharp again, and he burrows his way near the first down marker before Trayvon Campbell gets him. Trayvon Campbell, he's going to be a good one. 6'1", 220 pounds. He's a junior. And he told me he transferred here a couple of years ago from Colorado, near Denver. As someone who recently moved here from Colorado as well, I can tell you that's a long way, Coach.
That is a long
someone
way.
who's driven that. 3rd down and 4 after the 4-yard gain, and it's a quarterback trap play up the middle. Breaking a tackle is Cooper after he was short. He gets to the right side, has the first down and more. 25, 22-yard line before he's pushed down by Nasir Hardy.
That play, Josh, came out of Navy's handbook. That was on the inside. That was a quarterback draw with the back leading as an isolation blocker from the linebacker.
You're very familiar with this offense that they run, and heck, you even coached Jim Bob Bryant, the head coach of Havelock.
I certainly did, and I'm very proud of Jim Bob and all that he's accomplished. I really am.
Some of the things he has accomplished: state titles in 2011, 2012, and 2013. They lost in the title game in 14. Handoff goes to Cameron Hutchinson. Slow start, but he now accelerates his way towards the end zone, and he's in for a touchdown. 18 yards. He was hit at the last moment. Nasir Hardy tried to make up ground, but couldn't do it. And following his receiver into the end zone right side, Cameron Hutchinson makes it 28-0. We haven't seen a field goal kicker today. I don't expect we will with the wet field and everything else. So Havelock's going to try and go for 2 here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 at the end of the line. That's Quinzel Lockhart. Hutchinson stands next to Sharp. Inside handoff to him. He motors ahead across the goal line for the 2-point conversion. 30-0. Havelock on top of Washington. 1:56 left to go, third quarter. We're back in a minute on 94.1 WNBU, 103.7 WTIV.
For over 30 years now, Classic Seafood in Aden has supplied the highest quality seafood available to very select seafood markets and fine restaurants all over the country. Now, Pirate Nation and all of Eastern NC is invited to stop by their retail seafood shop in Aden off Highway 11 next to the Pepsi plant for the best seafood around, all at great prices. Not only can you buy all natural farm-raised catfish, but fresh crab meat, fresh shucked oysters, and other premium seafood selections as well. So, stock up your freezer and go to cccatfish.com today to learn more.
Oh no, is it okay? Is it going to survive?
Is your air conditioning unit in need of some medical attention? Better call the Air Doctor. The Air Doctor can revive your AC and get it back cooling in no time. The Air Doctor services residential and commercial AC units anywhere in Eastern North Carolina. And if you call right now, you'll receive 10% off your first service. Call the Air Doctor now for 24/7 emergency service. 252-215-0966. The Air Doctor, your prescription for comfort.
We return to you as the ball is in the air, caught by Uriah Aaron, and he advances 5 yards to the 24-yard line. where Washington will start its next drive. Uriah Aaron fielding the kick from Solomon Belagati, following the touchdown run from Cameron Hutchinson from 18 yards out. The scoreboard reads 30-0 Havelock. After one quarter, it was scoreless, 14-0 at halftime, and then 16 points quickly to start the second half for Jim Bob Bryant's club. Matt Black is wide out to the left. Two backs in the backfield. Make it three now. One comes in motion with Ruffin. He gets the handoff running to the left, and he is swarmed and brought down by 2 or 3 black shirts in there. It's going to be no gain after Brandon Boyd and Chris Mazik brought him to the grass.
Again, I think we saw double tights with a wing on each side. And Washington's trying to get they're trying to max protect as well as back blocking, getting maximum blocking out of the front to help out this young offensive line.
1 minute and 31 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Dawson Elks goes out wide. Matt Black now works in the slot. On the far side is Malik Bell. Two backs in the backfield in the shotgun. There's the quarterback, Holscher. Holscher, a two-step drop. Throws high, and the pass is deflected twice before falling to the field. And it looks like there's going to be either defensive holding or pass interference. Responsible is Jeffrey Harris coming in at free safety. We'll see which one it is. If it's holding either one, it should be an automatic first down. It was a 2nd down and 9 play after the officials gave him a yard. Jeffrey Harris, the senior, gets charged with the pass interference call.
Yeah, it had to be.
Hey, good play, Joe!
Holding or interference, either one.
He knows he's stupid!
Fans getting into it. It's
got a big crowd,
official.
John.
It's official. It's official. High school football has begun.
Yes, it is.
First down advances Washington to the 41-yard line. And the Pan Pack is moving forward after only having -6 yards to start the second half. Here's a jet sweep handoff, and coming around the right end was Hakeem Ruffin. He lost the football, and Havelock looks like they have it. The Rams do.
Seems like first half it was Havelock, and now it seems like it's a Pan Pack, but let's just keep competing. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Havelock now has the football. In the second half, Cameron Hutchinson has the 18-yard touchdown on the last possession. Tony Sharp, though, 75 rushing yards on 8 rushes. And this is just in the second half. He has a touchdown as well. Havelock starting from the 42-yard line of Washington, and there's that jet sweep yet again. Kenyatta Frazier going nowhere, though. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Michael Clark brought him down. The sophomore looks really good. He's a big kid, middle linebacker. John Blank was on our Talk of the Town show yesterday morning, and he brought up the fact that maybe the best players on this team were the younger players.
And then, you know what, it seems to be John exactly right, because this Washington defense has really played well. I've been really, really impressed with them.
After throwing 9 passes in the first half, quarterback Corey Cooper has only attempted 1 here in the third quarter with 15 seconds left in the quarter. Tony Sharp breaks 2 or 3 tackles right at the line of scrimmage, and he finds a little bit of daylight to get inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. At the end of 3 quarters, your score reads Havelock 30, Washington no score. We're back for play-by-play action in a minute on 94.1 WNBU and 103.7 WCIB.
Hello, this is Tim Essenbach with Rucker John's Restaurant in Greenville. We would like to welcome back all the students and teachers, and we're so excited about ECU football. Come experience tailgating at Rucker John's. It's like tailgating, but inside. Relax before the game or stay and watch your favorite games in a cozy, fun atmosphere without the sports bar crowd. Also, call ahead for platters for your tailgating.
Rucker John's is your place in Greenville for fresh, delicious food made in-house daily. Go to ruckerjohns.com to learn more. Go Pirates!
What's the difference between a guardianship and a power of attorney? Will we lose the house if mom goes to a nursing home? What is an elder law attorney? Tune in Mondays at 6 p.m. on 103.7 WTIB and Cable 7 for Taking Care of Mom with elder law attorney Dave Silver, and find out answers to these questions and more. Dave is a successful elder law and estate planning attorney at Graham Knuckles Connor Law Firm in Greenville. He'll be giving free legal advice that you need to know each Monday at 6 p.m. with Taking Care of Mom.
30-0 Havelock's the score on top of the Washington Pan-Pack as Havelock approaches the football at the 35-yard line of Washington after the run from Tony Sharp. Sets up a 3rd down and 4 play as Havelock attacks from right to left. Scores at 30-0, but there's a lot of positives to draw if you're Washington in this football game. Don't let the score fool you.
It truly is, Josh. And once again, my hat's off to the Washington defense. They really have played well.
2 receivers are set to the right, 1 to the left, and a running back in the backfield. That's Cameron Hutchinson. He gets the handoff from Corey Cooper, and he's close to the first down marker before Logan Little got him. The strong safety from Washington. It's close, but the official points forward. First down, Havelock at the 30-yard line. He needed to get 4, and he got 4. Two receivers to the right, 1 in the backfield. That is Cameron Hutchinson again. Havelock speeding things up a bit. Hutchinson gets the carry, runs left. Not much room on that near sideline, but he spins it forward, and he may have lost the football at the end again. Will Washington benefit? No, they will not. Hutchinson got back on it somehow.
He did, and I thought Washington might be the recipient of a great big break right there, but you know what? They're still playing hard, and that's important.
Havelock's turned over the football 5 times in this game. I'd like to thank our sponsors of Washington High School football, G.W. Walker & Sons in downtown Washington, East Coast Equipment, Talos Hospital Pharmacy, Lee Chevrolet, Vidant Beaufort Hospital, nationwide agent Dave Alton, and several others as well for sponsoring our Washington football broadcast. We hope you're enjoying it despite the scoreboard, what it might read, but take our word for it if you're not here in person. There is a lot of positive to draw, and Washington has a really tough unit, especially on defense. Here's the handoff to Tony Sharp on a 1st down and 10 play. He juked inside after taking it off to the right, and he's inside the 15-yard line down near the 13. 6-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 4 inside 11 minutes left to go.
Once again, all Havelock is doing is giving us multiple formations and running 2 and 3 different plays out of those formations just to kind of spread the defense out and hit them at the weak spots.
The single wide receiver to the right is Christian Capps. Snap goes to Cooper. He hands off to Hutchinson. Plenty of room up the left side, and it's a touchdown for Havelock from 12 yards out. Jeffrey Harris set up the block on the left, and it's 36-0 Rams.
Same play that got him down here, Josh. It's the old counter, or like an old Havelock pulls their center and their play side guard. You get out in front like an old counter play. It's the same play that got him down here, and he just took it in.
We'll take a break. 36-0. Havelock's on top of Washington on 94.1 WMBU and 103.7 WTIB.
David's Trash Service is doing it better for customers in eastern North Carolina. You may have seen one of our trucks on the road in Pitt, Beaufort, Washington, or Hyde County. We service residential and commercial customers, and we're focused on doing it better. If you're looking for someone to supply containers and haul off trash at your home or business, call on David's Trash Service. We supply trash containers of all sizes, from small home bins to large construction site roll-offs. We will make it as easy on you as possible. You can simply call us to sign up, or we'll come to you. And you can even pay online with a credit card if you please. You won't believe how affordable it is for the service you'll receive. So if you need trash service at your home or business, give us a call today. David's Trash Service, 252-923-2742. That's 252-923-2742. Doing it better for Pitt, Beaufort, Washington, and Hyde counties. That's David's Trash Service. Doing it better.
38-0. Havelock on top of Washington. 10 minutes, 39 seconds left to go after the touchdown run by Cameron Hutchinson, his second of the second half. And then the 2-point conversion added on top of that. Solomon Belagati approaches the ball and kicks it right up the middle of the field, off the chest of the Washington upman, who picks it back up and runs the left sideline. He has plenty of room down that left side. And Washington, a big return across midfield. A big run back before Kendall Frazier brought down the return man. Trying to figure out who that was for Washington High School. It was Quayshawn Gaynor.
Great run by best field position Washington's had.
Down in Havelock territory at the 46-yard line. After he fielded it off his chest, he found room across the left end. Very difficult to read some of these numbers because of rain and mud. And
looked like Havelock just stopped.
And it's another example of one of those younger players, Coach. 6'2", 180 pounds. He's a sophomore. As Frederick Holscher tosses it left into the hands of Sway Poe. Poe going nowhere. He was at the sticks, wanted to cut it back, but three more Havelock Rams were there, led by Anthony Harris, the sophomore cornerback.
Same play we've been seeing, a little toss to the weak side of the formation, well, actually to the strong side of the formation, into the boundary, and no gain.
10 minutes.
What Coach Sawyer's trying to do is get maximum offensive line play. Play calling has been reduced because of a young quarterback.
Inside 10 minutes left to go. Washington wants to get on the board here. 38-0 to score. Oh, what that'll do for their confidence. At the 46-yard line of Havelock, here's a throw down the left sideline. It's too tall for Matt Black, incomplete. 3rd down and 11 from the 48.
Can't wait till tomorrow coaching meeting. Coach Sawyer's been really nice to me, and I certainly appreciate it. As an older person who's been in coaching, he allowed me to sit in his coaches' meetings. And I'm just going to be real interested tomorrow to hear what he's got to say, because I don't know, but I'm kind of excited about Holscher.
Dominic Madden broke up the pass. Frederick Holscher has yet to complete a pass, but the composure is something that you can't help but to be impressed with. Holscher rolls right, throws towards Ferguson, who's drilled as the ball approached him, and that's Montrese Gatling, who came right in there. He had 9 passes deflected last year, and he's the lockdown cornerback for Havelock, and on that 3rd down 11 play, he closed on Drew Ferguson and knocked him down.
And what Washington's offensive line is doing, and we talked about that last Sunday, was they're slide protecting, Josh. So they're sprinting to the right, they're going to slide to the right. So that leaves a backside end. If the backside tackle doesn't pick that end up, he's running free.
9:31 left to go. 38-0 is the score. Washington High School's trailing it in the first game of the season. Next week, Washington has to get ready for a short week. 6 days from now, it'll be Tarboro. Dropping the snap is McKeithen, but he's still able to boot it, and he kicks it off the side of his foot. It's out of bounds for only an 8-yard punt. Out of bounds, far sideline at the 40. Havelock will take over at its own 40-yard line. So Washington spoils an opportunity after getting the big return from Quayshawn Gaynor. It is an 8-yard punt and a drive stalling. Havelock now has it with 9:24 left to go. In the second half, Cameron Hutchinson, 2 touchdown runs, 64 yards rushing on only 5 rushes, Coach.
Got to run the football, no doubt about that. But you got a young offensive line before Washington, as opposed to Havelock, veteran offensive line.
Snap goes to the backup quarterback, Zach Sadbo, who's into the game. And handoff up the middle goes to Khalil Barrett coming out of the backfield. And it's going to be a short gain of 2 or 3 yards.
Solarian Webb, the ball carrier.
Looks like we got a new quarterback, Josh.
It is Sadbo.
Tackle made by Cooper Anderson.
He's the new quarterback in. 6'1", 170 pounds, a junior. He had to start the games last year that Corey Cooper, the starter, missed down the stretch, and they didn't lose a game that he started. Handoff goes over to the left end. Washington approaches, and it's going to be a loss of yardage of 1. It looked like Matt Moody was near the area to get him.
Again, same play they've been running as far as the sweep. It's like the old counter trade where they're pulling the center in the guard as opposed to tackling the guard. So it's not changing anything.
A lot of the reserves are coming into the game now for both Washington and for Havelock. The last 2 carries have gone to Jolerian Webb, who comes off of the sideline to get his first action of the season. Webb is a sophomore, and we have whistles right off the start.
I think it's the right guard.
New offensive line in.
Only flag on the play.
It was the right guard, by the way. William Gadet. Wonder if it's
familiar.
That does sound familiar, doesn't it?
It does sound familiar, doesn't it? Everybody knows Terry Gadet, who was an All-American at East Carolina, played here.
Updating you on a couple scores. West Craven leads Aiden Griffin 44-8 at the start of the 4th quarter. Broughton has beaten Apex 61-36. High-scoring game there. 38-0's our score. Havelock's up on Washington High School. 3rd down and 10 with the new quarterback, Sadbo, in. He takes a low snap. Hands off one more time. Here's Webb. Webb running ahead, and he's hit hard. Oh, you could almost hear that one from up here as Mark Halbert is sick and tired of what's happening on the football field tonight, and he's showing it. I went to a couple practices. He's vocal. He's a leader. He's a senior, and I'll tell you what, he can't stand what's happening tonight.
He's playing well.
3-yard gain. Punting unit out. Jeffrey Harris is in. We'll see if Washington tries some things out, if Havelock brings in reserves.
Both teams have used a spread punt.
Harris was pressed, faked the punt, and then got it off, and it's a beauty. Down the left sideline, bounced at the 20, bounced again at the 15, and inside the 15-yard line to the 10 when some pushing and shoving takes place. And it's Khalil Barrett who got the football down, but Quinzel Lockhart was the one who got into it with a Washington football player. And he's having to be restrained near the 20-yard line as tempers are flaring. Logan Little is in on it, as is Quinzel Lockhart from Havelock.
Knowing both coaches as well as I know both coaches, they're not going to put up with it.
Let's calm things down a bit and take a break. 103.7 WTIB, 94.1 WMBU.
Williams Auto Body has been serving Washington and surrounding areas since 2007 and has over 40 years of experience in the automotive collision and repair fields. So when you've been in an accident and want it fixed right, call Williams Auto Body. Their new OEM quality paint booth and free customer car wash and vacuum service really sets them apart from the competition. Call Williams Auto Body today at 946-0021 for an appointment or for 24-hour record service needs. Williams Auto Body, offering 40 years experience in professional auto body and collision repair.
Fit for Life 24 is Greenville's premier fitness center, offering 24/7 access, childcare, over 45 group fitness classes a week, personalized training, and group personal training. Visit either of our 2 convenient locations in Greenville with just 1 membership. And coming July 26th, Fit for Life is launching Fit Fresh 24. Fit for Life is partnering with Village Point Market to provide fresh, healthy meals ready to go. It's time to get fit for life. Check us out at fitforlife24.com and call 321-2222 and join today.
Frederick Holscher leads the offense back onto the field after an unsportsmanlike penalty on Quinzel Lockhart. And a handoff goes over the left end for Hakeem Ruffin. He's brought down for a gain of about 3 yards on that handoff in the gun. Washington now has it at the 39-yard line. Their own 39-yard line. 6 minutes, 35 seconds, and the clock moving. Left to go, 4th quarter. Havelock's up 38-0. Holscher trying just to put some things together, maybe build some momentum going into next week at Tarboro. Another handoff. Coming around the right end is Sway Poe. He sees a bunch of black shirts and he breaks away from them, gets across the 40, and he is swung out of bounds by Welton, Spotsville, and others near sideline. Sway Poe waited for that hold to develop and got what he could there. And he got another 3 yards, bringing up 3rd down and 4.
Washington needs to convert this. And if not, I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Sawyer go for it on 4th down.
Why not? You're near midfield. It's medium at the moment in terms of the yardage you have to gain. Two receivers are split out to the left, one to the right. Split backfield for Frederick Holscher. And jumping off sides is the young defensive lineman from Havelock. And we'll see who it is. It's Nate Willett, the sophomore, coming in on this drive from Havelock. The reserves are in. 38-0 is the score. Havelock's on with 5:37 left to go and the clock moving. Frederick Holscher in the gun now. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Holscher throws right, and it's just beyond the outstretched reach of Malik Bell.
Like it's a mix-up in the receiver and the quarterback read there, you know?
Yeah.
I remember back in 1967 when Washington first played Havelock. In Havelock. I was a senior in high school, and I had knee surgery, so I couldn't play, but I remember Sidney Tatterton running back foot, opening kickoff for a touchdown, and Washington won that game.
Jim Bob Bryant remembers when it was Washington on the other end doing this to Havelock, when Washington had those teams in the later 2000s. Here's the handoff to Hakeem Ruffin. He's running backwards. That's never a good sign, but he breaks ahead, gets across the line of scrimmage, and dives forward across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 3 yards, and he had to run a long way to get it.
Well, it's the same play. It's his own play on the outside, and you've got to run more east and west than you do north and south. But they're still competing, and they're still fighting.
Less than 5 minutes left to go, fourth quarter. 3rd down and 7. From the Havelock 49, low snap taken by Holscher. He hands it to Sway Poe, who's driven backwards. It's going to be 4th down for Washington, and we'll see if Sports Sawyer goes for it here.
Go for it.
Deshaun Boone makes the tackle for Havelock. Drew Ferguson comes in, so another receiver. Quayshawn Gaynor into the lineup as well. And Washington's going to go for it here. Loss of 1, so it's 4th down and 8 for Washington High School. 38-0, Havelock's up. You're right at midfield. Washington has to get a first down here. And jumping left tackle, Logan Nichols. And it's going to be an even taller order here on 4th down. They might punt now.
Yeah, it would be easy to make that decision now because your running game has been shut down pretty much. You got a wet ball. You still got wet field, wet turf to play on. So
timeout, Washington High School. We'll be back in a minute. 38-0 Havelock on WTIB and WNBO.
No matter where you live in Eastern Carolina, all roads lead to Lee Chevrolet Buick in Washington.
Lee Chevrolet Buick proudly supports the communities that we serve, and we're especially proud to support the WHS Pan Pac football team. Go Pack! Our commitment to provide you with the best value for your money is unmatched. Your satisfaction is our top priority. Come test drive an award-winning Chevrolet or Buick today.
And remember, all roads lead to Lee Chevrolet Buick, Highway 264 West in Washington.
There's something new at Carolina Vision Care to show their concern promoting social and environmental responsibility. Dr. Tom McIntosh and Carolina Vision Care has added the Fashion Optical Moto brand of frames. Moto frames are produced with 95% recycled content or bio-based materials. And with their Eco frame line, for every frame sold, Moto will plant a tree. So it's one frame, one tree. And with their Moto line, for every frame sold, they'll donate a frame to someone in need. So it's buy a frame, give a frame at Carolina Vision Care, located on Arlington Boulevard just down from the Dickinson Avenue intersection.
4th down and 8 play. It's a toss left to the running back, Sway Poe. He is near the sticks at the 43-yard line. It's going to be short for Washington High School. Toss left to Sway Poe, and he ends up short on the 4th down and 8 play. 3:52 left to go, and the football comes back to Washington, or to Havelock High School, while the Rams own a 38-0 lead here in the 4th quarter. Josh Graham, Harold Robinson with you, live from Sasser Field at Havelock High School. John McCormick is spotting for our broadcast this year. And back home in our studio is our good friend Kyle Gallagher. getting things done over there. We appreciate Kyle also for updating us on scores all across Northeast Colorado and even, or not Northeast Colorado, Eastern North Carolina. Get things straight.
Thank you.
Inside handoff comes over to the near side, and for Havelock, and driven into the ground is Jason Young. That is Walter Carter catching up with him, though, for a short gain of just 1 yard. Second down and 9. I got to get habits out of me, Coach. We're no longer here in Colorado.
I'm gonna tell you why I know that, but I'm really impressed with the crowd that watches the ball. Also, considering the weather, they've got a nice crowd over there.
Yeah, a good number of seats on the far side.
It is.
We expect the same in Tarboro next weekend, and also when Washington opens its season against Conley. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And the backup quarterback, Sadbo, is in the gun with 3:05 and the clock moving left to go. Snap, screen pass left. It's caught, and nowhere to go for the receiver. That's Zion Beach. And the sophomore is driven back by Rontavion Floyd. And it's going to be a short game. Maybe 3 or 4 yards. We'll give him 3. So now it's 3rd down and 7 for the Havelock offense attacking from right to left. So glad you're along with us, though, on 103.7 WTIB. Signals out of Williamston, 94.1 WNBU in New Bern. Handoff from Sadbo goes into Webb, and he's driven down to the field by Mark Halbert, who's had a nice day on the defensive side of the ball. To thank our sponsors, we couldn't have it without the nice folks who make it possible. Rod Cantrell of Edward Jones Investments, Beaufort Community College, Williams Auto Body, The Rich Company, Pizza Inn, David's Trash Service, and the Potash Corp. Aurora.
Can't thank those people enough, can you, Josh, for what they're doing for high school football. And I can't
fantastic.
thank you and Henry and the whole 103.7 because this means a lot to these kids out there playing.
It means a lot to us to be here as well. The community in Washington, they really care about their Pampack. There's no question about it. And I'll tell you what, Washington, there's a ton of good players on this team, but more importantly, good kids who are going to be successful in whatever they do. Timeout, Havelock. We'll take the timeout with them. 38-0. Havelock's up on Washington here in the season opener.
Nationally, Cellular Sales, the nation's #1 Verizon retailer, employs nearly 5,000 employees over 550 locations in 32 states. Needless to say, Cellular Sales as a company is very strong and growing. The newest location just opened in Tarboro in front of Walmart, and they're hiring sales professionals now. If you have a proven record of success and are looking for a new career-defining opportunity in sales, this is the opportunity for you. Apply now for Tarboro at joincellular.com for immediate consideration.
At Hastings Ford, we believe in tailgating right. The all-new F-150 game-changing 4-engine lineup with improved power-to-weight ratio over the previous generation gives the F-150 the highest EPA estimated fuel economy ratings among gas-powered full-size pickups. Take your tailgate celebration on the road with the Pirates this season in a new F-150 from Hastings Ford. Ain't it great to tailgate? Visit HastingsFord.com for great deals on new F-150s.
Come in today for a test drive and get your key to satisfaction at Hastings Ford in Greenville.
Going down the home stretch here at Havelock High School, not too far from Cherry Point, Military Town for sure, and the Rams are off to a good start to their season under head coach Jim Bob Bryant. 38-0 the score, 4th down and 7, punt coming up, and it's airborne, taking a couple of bounces towards Cooper Anderson of Washington High, but he'll watch it bounce inside the 25-yard line near the 23. That's where Washington will take over with 1 minute and 59 seconds left to go. And it's one last opportunity for Frederick Holscher to get some snaps in to maybe put something together going into next week at Tarboro.
Yeah, it's one last shot. Hopefully get some good reps in and good quality reps. He's gotten good quality reps tonight. And I have really been impressed with his mental approach to this game. You know, he could have been shaken, but he's not. He's not a composer.
And here's the thing. He's only going to get better.
That's right.
2 receivers set to the right of Holscher, 2 to the left, and 2 backs to the backfield. Havelock's going to send 3, and now here is the handoff going right is Uriah Aaron, and He's quickly driven to the field.
Wildcat, another Wildcat formation. I think Washington put that in earlier on. Direct snap to him. But
haven't seen that from Sports Earlier today, though. Getting a little creative, and it's actually a new quarterback who came in to make that play. That must have been Tyshawn Robertson, the sophomore, wearing the number of Trip Barfield, who left the program earlier this week to play baseball. Now the handoff goes over to the left side to Hakeem Ruffin, and Ruffin is going to push and shove his way across towards the 30-yard line. I think he just ended up short of the 30 to the 29. 3-yard gain sets up 3rd down and 4 for the Washington offense with 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go. So how about that? Getting the quarterback Robertson in there, Wildcat set. Coach Sawyer's son, Bryson, is a freshman, and he's here in an emergency setting for Washington. No intention to play tonight as the 3rd quarterback in an emergency role. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff up the middle, and Washington's going to end up short of this first down with 38 seconds left to go. Plenty of black shirts surrounding the running back. And it was Sway Poe who's gotten the lion's share of the carries tonight. I'd expect Washington to go for it, knowing that there's only 25 seconds in the clock moving left to go. 38-0 Havelock, 4th down and 7.
I don't even know if I don't think they'll take a play or run a play at all.
You don't think so? 10 seconds left to go. And the clock moving, and Washington's just going to go to the sideline as their fans count it out. Havelock wins it 38-0.
And that's our final. Our score,
Washington High School 0-1 on the season, while Havelock is 1-0. The Rams in 3A's Coastal Division, 6-0 last year in that conference, 6-1 at home, with that loss coming to Moorhead in the playoffs in the second round. But they get the win today after a big second half. Washington forced 5 turnovers in this game, and that's a huge plus considering how high-powered and high-octane this Havelock offense is. But the second half, Havelock made the adjustments, and they figured out how to put up numbers on the board. 24 points in the second half after the 14 in the first. A 38-0 win for the hosting Rams. But if you're a Washington football fan, before you're getting set to go to sleep, what's the takeaway you take from game number 1, Harold Robinson?
Well, I think that, you had a young football team, an inexperienced football team. The real question was the offensive line, and I think they grew up a lot tonight. I think Coach Sawyer has a better feel for his offensive football team now. Did a great job with his formations. Defense speaks for itself, I think, even though you gave up 30-plus points. But still, I think the defense played hard. They never quit. And I think in a competitive standpoint, that's what you really look for in your players, is just don't quit.
Washington High School falls to 0-1 after the Havelock Rams pulled away in the second half. We'll have some of the final numbers. Actually, we have some of them to bring to you right now. Holzer 0 for 9 passing. Frederick in his first game at quarterback for Washington High School. Sway Poe had a big second half, or he had a big run in the first half, I should say, of 62 yards that was negated on a holding call. On 20 rushes, he had 15 yards altogether because of that Havelock front, that front seven, that gave them a ton of problems throughout the day. On the other end, though, in terms of touchdowns, a touchdown pass between Corey Cooper, the Havelock quarterback, and Khalil Barrett open scoring to make it 6-0. That was a 21-yard touchdown pass. And then it was Cooper, a 30-yard run, plus the 2-point conversion that made it 14-0 going into the halftime locker room. But then the third quarter came around, and that's when Havelock decided to run the football and just almost do so exclusively, where they only had one pass in the third quarter. It was first Tony Sharp with a 2-yard touchdown run, 22-0 to score at that point with the 2-point conversion. Then it was the backup running back, Cameron Hutchinson, from 18 yards out, following the wide receiver on the right side to score. That made it 30-0 with the 2-point conversion, and then it was Hutchinson again with 10:39 left to go in the fourth quarter, a 12-yard touchdown run to cap scoring to make it 38-0. Final numbers for Havelock: 5 for 11 passing for Corey Cooper, 48 yards passing through the air, 54 rushing yards with the touchdown. Cameron Hutchinson, 64 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on 5 rushes. And also Tony Sharp, 122 yards on 16 rushes for Havelock High School. We'll be back for more reactions. We'll update you on a couple of scores as well when we return from a break. Final score, Havelock 38, Washington High School no score in the season opener.